Hey guys, so I have an eyeshadow tutorial today and I wanted to use a Bare Minerals pigment. It's called Vanilla Sugar, and so I incorporated some pink and this is what I came up with, so I hope you like it. So I'm starting off with this L'Oreal eyeshadow duo, and I'm going to be using the darker shade to put into my crease, and I'm just going back and forth with that, not being too neat about it. Now I'm going to take this magenta shade by Coastal Scents, and that's just going to go right into that crease, kind of like right on top of where I placed that light brown. I just want to apologize ahead of time for the lighting in this video because it does seem to go in and out, so I am really sorry about that. Now I'm taking this darker magenta color, also by Coastal Scents, and I'm mainly focusing this on the outside part of the crease. And I'm just spending a lot of time blending this in just because it is so bright. So when I'm finished blending this, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. glitter primer, and I'm not actually using glitter, but first I'm going to put this on my eyelid as a base. Even though I already primed my eyelids before I did all this, I'm priming the eyelids again with this glitter base because it's really going to help the pigment stick. And I do need an eyeshadow shield for this because I get a lot of fallout with this pigment. And again, this is from Bare Minerals and it's called Vanilla Sugar. Did you just see how much powder I got all up in my eye? Yeah. I'm not really used to using pigment, so I wasn't really sure how much to put on my brush, but I guess I'll just use a little bit less next time. So now I'm just taking my big fluffy blending brush and I'm just kind of like softening the edges, and just want to make sure that I'm not going to get a whole bunch of fallout on my face after, so I'm just kind of swiping it away now. So now I'm going to use this deeper, brighter magenta shade by BH Cosmetics in the palette called Take Me to Brazil, and I'm using my shadow shield as a guide, and it's going on the outer half of my eyelid. After this, I'm going to take some black eyeshadow on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to put this on the outer half of my lash line. After this, I'm going to go in with some black gel liner, and I'm going to be using a really skinny eyeliner brush to kind of make an outline of where I want my dramatic winged eyeliner to go. And as you can see, I'm just going into the inner corner, and I'm basically just tracing where I would want the wing to be, and then I'm going to go in with a thicker brush and just fill in all those spaces, and that's pretty much how I do it. I kind of change up the way that I do my eyeliner on a daily basis, depending on how thick or thin I want the line to be, but this is what I decided to do today. I actually really like how this turned out. So after that, I'm gonna throw on some mascara, and I am definitely using false lashes for this look. The eyelashes that I decided to go with today are Red Cherry number 43s. Now the eyelashes are in place, I'm going to go in with my Stila black eyeliner, and I'm going to put that onto my bottom waterline, but I'm not going to go all the way into the inner corner because when I do that it tends to get a little messy. Now I'm going to take this brush with some of the magenta eyeshadow on it, and I'm just going to smudge that out. I'm just going to be putting a really bright white shimmery shade into the inner corners right there, just because I didn't want there to be a blank space, and it really helps to brighten up the eyes. So now I'm going to go in with the rest of my foundation. Right now I only have it on my forehead because I do like to go from top to bottom, but what I'm using here is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. My shade is number 117, and I am using an e.l.f. flat top brush. I forgot to mention this, but my face is already prepped. I did moisturize and put primer on before I did my eye makeup, so that is all set. I really like using this brush. It was only $3 at Target, so it's really inexpensive, and I find myself gravitating towards it like more than any other foundation brushes. And now I'm using my beauty blender to just kind of like press that into place and make sure that there's no brush strokes or anything. And I'm wiping off my lips because I got foundation all over them. Now I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in shade NC15, and I'm just popping that right underneath my eyes in kind of like a triangular, upside down triangle formation. And now I'm just putting it on all the other places that I want highlighted and blending that in with my foundation brush. I'm lining my lips with a Jordana lip liner. I'm not sure what the shade is called. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just gonna put this all over my lips and just blend it in with my finger. And after that, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in, I believe the shade is called Creme Brulee. And now I want to do a little bit of contouring. I'm using this Sephora brand contouring powder. It's actually a bronzer, and if you go to Sephora to get this, it's the only one that's matte, so it won't be hard to find. And I'm just using a small blending brush to apply this because I find that it works better than any other brush that I've tried to use for this. And now I'm using an e.l.f. blush, and I think this one is called Tickled Pink. And now I'm using a highlighter by Physicians Formula and just popping that onto the cheekbones a little bit on the nose, forehead, and chin. And now I'm taking this e.l.f. setting spray and just giving myself a couple of sprays, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I put in some earrings, and I hope you like this look, and I'll see you next time.